Are we really recording? We're recording. We're at 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 5, 6, go.
Are you recording?
Hello, Flosstube.
Hello, Flosstube.
Fix your face.
There's 2 bloopers are gonna happen.
We're having a moment. We were good, and then we weren't. We realized we can't point at each other because we're pointing off into cyberspace, which we have no idea what the recording will look like. But anyways, I'm Jenny.
I'm Nancy. We are
the Bougie Stitchers.
Yeah.
So
and Jenny plans a week every time she comes down here. I don't want to go to Nancy's. We're just gonna have a huge snowstorm.
I have finally got my life together where I've got every other Saturday off, and I only work 2 or 3 days a week. Everything is great, and I've got all these plans to come to Gillette. And the weather, like the beginning of the week, beautiful weather.
In the 50s, yeah.
So, and then we're not.
Then last night happened.
Well, I mean, the snow has been down here. Wednesday was black ice. Thursday, not so bad. And then last night happened. And it's still snowing here. Still snowing. My husband is sick. Thankful our neighbor Joe is he works heavy equipment. He does the foundation work stuff for homes and sewers and stuff like that. So anyways, they can't work in this weather, so he was sweet enough to snow blow out our driveway. So that was nice, but because otherwise I would be doing that later. But hopefully Steve will be on them. Steve did offer too to drive me down. He's like, I can work from Nancy's. I thought, oh yeah, Princess Passenger right here is all in on that. And then he's like, he got his shingles shot yesterday, so he's like, ugh. Recommend the shot, not the effects of the shot. So we are a channel about cross stitch. We have lots to talk about today, even though we didn't think we did, but we seem to be down some rabbit trails and some bloopers, and we're just gonna have a good time. We're getting ready to go on a retreat, but slow things down for a minute. We always start out with a moment of gratitude.
Harry Potter world.
Oh, yes. After the moment of gratitude, we'll talk about that. Okay. So we always start with a moment of gratitude. It's something during the couple weeks we're not here, or something that's impacting our lives that we just want to share, just kind of, and to thank somebody or to give recognition for something. I think my moment of gratitude is the ability to extend kindness. Now, I'm not great at this. There are many times that I have to go back and put myself in a corner and give myself a little self-talk. But, sometimes it's just a matter of reaching out and communicating with somebody. Like, use the words, give that person a moment to give their side of the story, their perspective, whatever. It's kindness. That is kindness. I don't know what you want to call it, but being confrontational because you saw something or you looked at something through your lens doesn't make your lens right or correct. And I really saw that this week because we had a police officer shot and killed in the line of duty this week in Sheridan. Has not happened since many years. In fact, we had the Gillette SWAT team was here. We had Casper Police here. We had Highway Patrolmen here. Like, our town.
You had Billings there too, Jenny.
We did. We had a gentleman served a warrant. He didn't like the warrant. He'd already gone to court. He'd already fought it. He'd already been like, this guy just needed to pay his landlords and get the heck out of his home. And he didn't do that. And so the cop came to give him his eviction notice. Like, you really have to leave this place, because he hadn't paid rent in 6 months. And he was shot and killed. He succumbed to his wounds. So we were very sad. His wife is also a police officer. They have a little girl. The gentleman ended up on a small chase into another home, and that home is destroyed. They tried to tear gas him out, but apparently he had a gas mask. Like, this guy was ready for crazy. And so the tear gas didn't work. Then they used a fire hose to try to get the door in, and somehow that, I don't know, we didn't go watch, like, we weren't keeping up on it. It just, is what was published in the news. That apparently didn't work. So they brought in excavator.
A drone.
They brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did bring in a drone. And Nancy probably knows more about this than I do because her daughter is a city dispatcher. So we had, like I said, we had Gillette over there, and her husband's a sheriff. And then they brought an excavator, tore the back of the house off. And finally, he was killed as he was fleeing because he was firing on officers. It was a mess. It was a mess. But in all this, we're a small community. We're 17,000 people in our surrounding area. And we had people are reaching out not only to take care of the officer's wife, who's also a sergeant, or corporal, I don't remember her rank. Anyway, she's a police officer, and their child, but for this gentleman's children. And there was a gentle reminder that his kids are going through a lot right now. Like, they just watched their dad, for whatever reason, fly off the deep end, go crazy. Anyways, it's just a lot. And then we had people who, like, I love these people who say things like, well, I moved here because I was trying to get away from this. Well, yeah, a lot of people are moving here to get away from whatever crazy they were trying to get away from. So we are a melting pot. Like, I would love to, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go down. I don't want to make it political, but you don't interview to move to your community. You do your best to find the best fit for your family and your lifestyle, and you move there. So I guess I'll say all that. Kindness sometimes is just the ability to stop, don't judge, talk, ask the questions. So anyways, that's where we were. Kindness, show it, practice it. And like I said, I'm not perfect at it. Lord knows I put myself in a corner a lot of times and be like, look, when I get snarky, I'm like, that's going to come back to bite you. Because sure enough, the minute I'm snarky about something, positive comes out of it. Like the person reaches out, or I don't know. And I'm like, oh, there you go, Jennifer. Opening your mouth, inserting both feet and swallowing. Like, don't do it. So show a little grace, move forward. All right. What you got, sister? I talked for like an hour on that.
Well, I was going to go with the blue family. I'm thankful for our blue family, but Jenny kind of got it all figured out, all wrapped up in one. That was all.
That's hard. Like, every day our officers put their life on the line, and you don't even know why. Like, that gentleman should not have thought, oh, he's going to shoot me because I'm going to give him this piece of paper. So anyway.
Right.
Reach out to your loved ones. Be kind.
Yep.
All right. FOs. Do you got any? Oh, FFOs. No. Sorry. Fully finished objects.
What are those, Jenny?
I know I don't have any either. I'm supposed to have one, but I've been on a little task this last couple of days, so I put that aside, and I'll do it whenever. So, I mean, I'll do it soon because I got to get it in the mail on 1 March, but I'll get it done. All right. FOs. I have lots.
Moving on. Mater and I'll just drink. You go ahead.
I've got my I like Ike mug. So, all right, hi. Are you looking for your cousin? He's right here. Yeah, he's right here. Hello. Yes, he's right here. All right, get down. All right. So, let me show the pattern first. If you've been with us for a minute,
Good job, Jenny.
Nancy has rules. This is my own creation of a project bag because
Good job, Jenny.
I know, right?
I have to whip her into shape about every time.
What?
I said I have to whip you into shape about every time.
I know, right? All right. So this was published to an Etsy website by my dear friend Annie, the proper stitcher. Am I in the mirror?
Yep.
On Sunday. On Monday, I had a kidded. And on Tuesday, I left on an airplane at 05 in the morning. So
nice.
It was a whirlwind. But last week I had lots of stitching time because I was with my son. And so here it is.
That's cute, Jenny.
So this is done
on. You put your anniversary on it. Where's your anniversary?
It's right here. Established 1940 or 1944.
1940.
1994.
Dang, Jenny.
We made a long time. We look really
you can't see that on camera.
You can't see it?
You can see it, but you can't see that established in 1994.
Oh, well, it's there.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, it could have been a little bigger. I used really whatever color she called for. I changed the dress to blue. I changed the house. So that's kind of my house color. Not quite, but almost. And then the red I think used ribbon red because I didn't have the color she called for.
Mm.
But it's all charted in DMC. And then this is a Bestitch Me. But here's my horror of floss.
Mess.
This dog is killing me today. But here it is. And so I had all DMCs but this one, and that is Ruby Slipper is what it is. So
I have ruby slippers, just so you know.
all right. So that's my first one. And then my second one, oh, let me show the pattern. Is my Barbara Anna?
Got it done?
Yeah.
Would you like to do mine?
Nope.
I said it with a smile.
You did. You were very nice. So this is all called for colors, minus the blue. So I
thought you liked blue though, Jenny.
Blue is my color. I added the blue. All this,
Oh,
all the flowers are in her dress are supposed to be red, and her hair is supposed to be brown.
Ah.
But I don't have.
But you went with white hair?
I went with white hair because the color
it's going there,
in.
sister.
It's coming in pretty. And I think I'm getting Grandma Addington's hair. Because Mimi's wasn't white that I recall.
I don't remember that either.
I remember it being like Mom's color.
Like I remember her hair being like peppered.
Yeah. So these are all the DMCs. I added the blues and I made my hair white. So
you've accepted it, huh, Jenny?
Well, I haven't dyed my hair since 2017. And I used to put like dark in it so people would stop thinking, I was trying to figure out what fabric I used. I used, clearly I have no idea what I used.
No, Jenny, I used the call for. You did not. We've had this argument before.
I know, but I can't remember what I used, Nance. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I thought I had it in here. Guess it's not important. I did use a 32 count. I think it looks similar. I don't know. I thought I'd put it.
Am I getting way too much flare?
No, you're fine. Don't chew your fingernails. Quit chewing your fingernails.
I have an ingrown finger, but I can't. I have to be in good shape for a vacation, so I have to get it out.
I know we leave Sunday, you leave Wednesday. All right, I can't do this right now. It's fine. I'll get it all together because I got to take it apart anyways. All right, then, because why not? We haven't been back in a hot minute, so this is like these are so fun to do. So these are, I'm in the middle of stitching the set. This was my January intentional stitching. There are 6 of these. I did the Norwal.
So yeah, you'll see my Norwal here in just a minute, but it's nowhere near your Norwal.
So I have the Norwal done. Here is my Puffin Party.
That's cute.
I did the whale. I did the polar bear.
Oh, you're almost done, Jenny.
And I did the walrus. So I have 1.5 to do. But I'm going to keep this in my work bag. And just when I have, a Saturday or whatever that I have time, I can stitch. Saturdays are pretty slow for us. Little old ladies go shopping during the week. People doing construction work tend to come during the week. So anyways. All right. That's all I got for FOs. I do have my whips still. You got some whips?
Not as many as you.
Well, I've already shared what
you have.
I have 3 to share still.
Well, I have 2.
Okay. Well, why don't you go then?
Okay.
So I can have a sip of my cup.
I have this in this particular bag that I talked to you this morning. But I can't show it. It's a secret stitch. That's my one for the New England, the library retreat.
Oh, the library retreat. We're retreating it up this year.
We are. So the Black Crow tiny model.
Can I stitch that for you?
Yeah, it's really a fun stitch. I don't have a board in front of me, nor am I really ready.
Oh, Nance, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's
Freeze
really
in
pretty.
because I don't have my glasses on.
It turned out really pretty.
Is that 32 count or 28? It's a linen.
It's called for. So let me, because I ordered it all together. I think it's even weave. Nope, it's 28 count linen.
Look at you. Over two
It
threads.
is over 2.
And you did all the called for.
I did it all. Yes, I did all the call for.
Nice.
Because it calls just for DMC.
I'm about to get attacked by 2 dogs.
And then don't get too excited, but you've seen this before by Jenny. Because today I'm supposed to start my second one. And that's upstairs in that sheep. Is it sheep? Oh, no, it's not sheep, please. It's the sheep.
Be unique or be yourself.
Yeah. There's my pattern. Oh, I cannot show you the pattern.
Why?
PDF. Because it's the narwhals.
Oh, you can show the. Did I not print the cover off for you?
Oh no, you did. Sorry.
I thought I gave you both.
Sorry, my bad. Now don't get too excited.
It's a PDF, so I'd order it twice, but I think Kathy understood that. Oh, it's a good little start.
Oh, it's like an hour of stitching.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't like, no, I do like it. I have to wear my magnifiers. I have to have a lot of light. I don't do very well on linen.
Well, it's a thing. We need to talk about that when. So let's pause for a second. Somebody asked. I think the question was, what count of linen do you order, or what do you like to stitch on? I can't remember the exact question. I'll tell you, as a stitcher, I'm fluid. Like, I have a lot of 28 count because I'm in the Bestitch Me club. We talked about clubs last time. I'm in the Bestitch Me neutral club, and it's 28 count. And I find it's really easy to pull out and just start stitching. I think I'm gonna go back to 32.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to the dark side, huh?
I think I'm really enjoying stitching on 32. The project I'm secretly working on right now is a 32 count. It's a Cedar River linen and design. It's a Jody linen. And I love it. But I've got some things that I've been percolating and thinking about a lot. And so I'm gonna order a 36 count in this one project, and it's a big project because the bigger the linen count, 36, 48, the 48, 40, the smaller your project. So, and it's only over 1. So if you can do a 36 count over 1, because I want to use a Roxy floss and linen, and it's kind of expensive, but I'm excited to give them a try.
No, either floss isn't that silk?
I don't know, but I've been watching Jane stitch on it and I love it. And so my friend Leslie introduced me to the beaver, the unicorn, and the peacock. And so I want to stitch it. Like I haven't seen it everywhere. I've seen a few people stitching on it, and I'm in love with it. So I'm thinking that's what I want to do. So anyways, side note, I think you have to be open to trying and find your comfort zone. Some of us, it's our eyesight, some of it's our lighting, some of it's, some people only stitch at night when they're home from work. So clearly a 40 count with not fresh eyes isn't going to be something you're going to want to have fun stitching on. And you have to like the feel of the fabric. So what I try to do is when I go on to like 1, 2, 3 stitch, or I'm at a retreat, I like to touch your linen. So I'm going to come around.
You like to fondle it.
I do. I'm like, let me see your linen. Let me see what are you let me see your Ada, because I like to stitch on Ada too. My block party, my Java block party. It's Fiberlicious chocolate lava or something like that.
Didn't you get that done?
No, it's a whip. Oh, I haven't talked about it yet. Never mind.
Oh, you haven't talked about whips. We got girls.
I am like, anyway, so that was a question somebody asked. I think you work with the person whose linen you're in love with, and you build your stash. So I'm gonna order some more 32 and some 36 from Jody, Cedar River Linen and Design, and and see what I fall in love with. So she's got some new colors out. I'm super excited. I just have to, I was waiting till after this retreat that we're going to before I place my order. So that's all. Oh, my next one.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're gonna start. Sorry, you were gonna say something and I was about to.
No, totally off track. So I hopefully I can remember, and I'll file that away and we'll talk about it later.
We won't talk about it later.
You never know. You never know.
All right, so my next one is the Java Block Party by Hands On Design. That's a little, I'm sorry, hang on 1 second. Boys, no, go find your dad, go. Where's your dad? Go find dad. I have been their best friend since 4 o'clock this morning. Anyways, I ordered the fabric from Stacie's Thread Thy Needle Stitchery. She was having a fabric sale. What is it called? I had a few people ask. I tried to answer. It's Lava Chocolate by Fiberlicious. But it's an 18 count. My block is going to be small. I'm okay with that. And I used all the called for. But here she is. Miss America. You think she's done. She's not. Because,
I don't know what I'm supposed to miss, but.
Okay, so you see this line right here? That's the line you have to stitch around to attach the pieces. So I need to stitch that line around here. And then I have to make one more stitched line set here. And then you cut it apart and you sew it together. So I got all the stitching done. I just have to do that line. And the color that she called for is so close to this color, it's almost hard to see. But that was my.
You stitch these lines and then you sew over those lines?
Yeah, you use that stitch line to connect it. So you just, I'll show you. I've got one of the blocks over there.
Hey,
hang on.
We have to pause, Jenny. Hold on.
Hang on. Let me pause the recording. Zoom recording. All right. Well, we're back. You probably don't know that we were gone, but my 2 knuckleheads had to go potty, so we had to take care of business. Oh, I was going to show you. Hang on. Talk amongst yourself for 2 seconds.
This is where I was supposed to fill in. I really suck at this. We're going on vacation.
We are going on vacation.
It's sunny, so hopefully Florida. No rain, no rain.
No rain.
Hey, we're going to this Greek village somewhere. Oh, good job, Jenny.
So this is the line I was talking about. This line right here. You kind of just like whip stitch it together. Like, just, it's super easy. Kathy Haberman does the most amazing tutorials, but it's just, you sew along this line. And so you take.
So you don't sew on the line, just along it.
Well, it's the line because you take these threads and you just put your needle between the thread that you stitched here and the thread you stitched on this one, and then you join it. But see how the other ones are all different colors?
Yeah.
This one is the same color.
Oh, so are you going to redo it or what are you going to do?
No, I'm going to leave it.
Oh.
I'll leave it. And this is my Irish one. You know what I've never done though? I've never bought the buttons for some of these. Anyways. I have 7 of these block parties. I have the Boo I have to restart. The Christmas one I never started. And then I have these 3 done. The coffee one will be 4. And then I have the Dog Days of Summer. They're fun to stitch. I want to do the tomato one. I saw Carrie from Tiger Lily Design. She did the tomato one. She did it on pink. I don't want to do mine on pink, but I was like, ooh, I like the tomato one. I didn't know I needed the tomato one in my life, but now I do. All right. What you got, sister?
I already showed my whip.
You only have 2?
Yeah. I told you I didn't have very many.
Ooh,
I didn't lie.
How many have you shown?
I showed them all.
I'm losing my mind. You showed the
crow.
Oh, and the HOD. I'll catch up. Just I'm dealing with a sick husband. I'm having moments. All right. I've got 2 whips left then. So this one is the quilting bee. I'm just going to show you. I don't know what part. Oh, this is the last part. Not where I'm at. But it's the one I'm working on because I wanted to get my border in to make sure you know, when your border meets and you can do the happy dance.
Are you gonna show us a happy dance?
I am. I just did.
Good job.
Now, technically, I don't have that done, but it
Maybe
meets.
count and make sure it does meet.
I
Or is
did.
there enough to fit budget a little bit?
Nope, it meets. And it's all, and I'm not missing, like, I didn't like go over like 3 linen somewhere, you know, 3 little, it's perfect.
Good job.
Yep. So my goal is like every week I was like, I'm going to do 1 block a week and I'll have it done by June. Yeah, that ain't happening. But
Right back into August to September. What are we gonna do?
I thought I'd hang it on my wall in September, but you know, I cleaned my craft room. I had to clean my craft room. We talked about that. You're seeing reverse now. I've got the wall that we used to sit against is now got like an inch of space. So we can make sure there's movement back there. I cleaned all the moldy stuff off the wall. It came up really quick. So anyways,
So you didn't have to do any reconstruction. You just had to wash the mold off.
I had to wash the mold off. Yeah, it was okay.
Oh.
And we're just keeping an eye on it. But like, you know, where the mold was is where I had like my fabric was touching the wall. So that, so I just, everything's got like I've got a small gap between the wall and all the furniture I placed on.
I thought you were gonna have to take the wall out. That's what I was like, how'd you get done in a day?
No, we were kind of nervous, but the wall was dry when I took the room apart, and I did it on a whim, so it's fine. We're gonna keep an eye on it, but we think we're okay.
Okay, good. That's always good news here.
And then the last one is for Beach Please. So Beach Please is the retreat we're going on. I leave on Sunday because we have family down there we're going to go visit. Nancy's coming.
I leave on Wednesday.
We're going to go to the retreat, and then we're going to go to Harry Potter World. And we're like, I'm 50 plus. Nancy's 50 almost. And we are so.
I am not. I am 48.
I said almost.
Well, I have kids on my bus ticket. I'm 68, so it's all right.
Well, there you go. We'll just split the difference. So this pattern was generously donated to Stacie for us to stitch a small. And when I say stitch a small, remember we talked last week, you're supposed to stitch one of these quadrants. I'll tell you, I'm not an ocean person. I lived in Hawaii 3 years, could care less. But in my mind, I'm like, it would be a nice piece to keep in my room to remind me of Beach Please. And what I thought I would do is bring this piece, ask everyone at our table to stitch their initials on it, right? Like that would be fun. Beach Please 24 on it, maybe a bird, maybe the birds, and then just have everyone kind of stitch their initials. And I'll just, and then I'll have it as a piece to remember. But here's my, so I was knocking this out, right? Like this is only 2 days of stitching. So I did this, and then I was stitching this, and then I had somebody in our little circle of friends was not shown kindness. I don't really know the whole story. It's not mine to share, but in knowing that, I was like, how can I help you, sister? And she said, would you? And I said, yes, I will work on a stitch for you. So I'm feverishly stitching. So I figured I can get this done on the plane. I can get this done Monday or Tuesday.
You're such an optimist.
Oh, I'm gonna get it done. If I have to like stay up all night, stitch, my eyeballs are burning out of my head. But my friend Stacie from Thread Thy Needle Stitchery, she gave me some floss colors. And so because they remind me of the blues and the oceans, I was gonna try to use these colors in there. So I think it'll work. I do have all the called for in my bag because that's how big of a chicken I am. But I thought I'll just make some designs, add some of the motifs in here. My friends will stitch their initials in there, and then I'll be done. But I had to do a little, you know. I think I'm going to do Beach Please over one. Maybe. We'll see. That might be a bit optimistic.
You'll do fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be done by next week. I mean, when we start the retreat. Whew, that's a lot. Oh, and I'm going to take this stitch with me right here in this bag. That's my, that's one of a couple I'm going to stitch on at the retreat. I'm going to bring a fill in and I'm going to bring that. And that's all I'm bringing. That's right. Wish me luck. All right. What are we doing next? Happy Meal. Oh, we got Happy Meal. Did you get Happy Meal? Not
No,
haul.
I just got a haul.
Oh, we got Happy Meal.
Nice.
We usually give people my address. I don't know why. I just think we just started that way. And
because we like to put you to the end of the Pony Express.
I know.
To the end. I'm the end, and Jane's like the end.
I'm the end. So we got some Galentine mail.
Cute.
From our friend Shelly, the antique needleworker. Here's our card. You got a card too.
Thank you.
And then we got goodies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll just keep these here until I see you next, unless you want me to bring them to Florida.
No, then I had to bring it back.
All right.
And I'm going to Harry Potter World, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming.
Lots of stuff coming back. All right, so that's what I will do. I'll just keep it here. So Shelly, I always think about doing it and I never get it done. That's like Christmas cards. Guess what, folks? I mailed my Christmas cards. You want to know when I mailed them? A week ago. It's fine. It's fine. Then Kathy, who we've seen in lots of our groups. She was so sweet. She also, I think we mailed her. Anyway, she sent us a really nice thank you note for her share. And she was really sweet and provided us some postage.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I thought that was really nice. I keep it in a little jar. I moved it over here somewhere. I don't know. But then she was so sweet and she gave us all the stuff. It was like Christmas morning. I'll put that somewhere. So she gave us this really cute kit. It's Autumn. It's called Autumn.
Oh, okay.
And it comes with she took it out of the bag, but I totally understand why, because it comes with the crunchy. She's got a small start on it. You take it out. I'm sure there's enough floss. The pattern. And, oh, I have the floss in my hand. And all the floss with the symbols.
Thank you. That's very nice.
It's amazing.
Kathy?
So if we are not in the mood to stitch it, I know like Liz Matthews is doing a kit, like a dimensions kit so long. This isn't a dimension kit, but I think it would work fine. Like I'm pretty sure she wouldn't kick you out of her style if you wanted to do that. We got a Madame Chantilly. This was a really sweet looking stitch.
That's cute.
Perfect for Valentine's Day. We got January stackables. P.S. I just walked my dogs and it's still snowing outside.
I like that. Who is that by?
It's So Emma. It's the Fat Quarter Shop.
Okay. That's cute.
And then I thought these were just appropriate. She's got a set of tiny modernist. It's Words to Live By. And there's a series. I don't think they're all here, but
well, heck, there's 5 right there that I can see. So that would be.
No, she's got more. They're tucked in here. Like I mean, they're not all here, but most of them are here, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we will we'll maybe stitch 1 or 2 things out of here, and we will share with the rest. So, Kathy, thank you so much. That was so nice, and it allows us to give back to the cross stitch community. Because you know, at the rate we stitch, you're not going to get our patterns for a hot minute. But we do like to share. So, all right, that's all our happy meal. Did you get some haul?
I have haul for you, which I can show it if you want to, or you can wait. Or I have February's.
Ooh.
That's all. Yeah.
Well, let's see it. I'm gonna start coming and pulling your cotton.
You should, because that color and cotton is from that break all the way over. That's full. And they're jammed in there if you haven't noticed. I'm just not good at, like, as brave as I am, I'm not brave enough to pull a different color.
Oh, I am. I act like I'm a freaking designer. Like, watch me. I don't write the pattern, but I pull the colors, I pull fabric. I don't know. I just have a lot of fun. I'm gonna eat this chocolate. I was like, I probably shouldn't eat this chocolate, but I'm going to because I have a breakfast. So I'm starving.
I had toast before Jenny and I started filming this because I don't get up that early to have breakfast.
Meaning she doesn't get up early enough, already getting up early to have breakfast. All right, what do we have next? Oh, is that all your haul?
Unless you want to see your haul.
Yeah, I want to see my haul. I don't know what I'm getting, but I want to see it.
I bought this for you. I know I was going to show it, or I would have been ready. It's a Mickey Mouse card holder.
Oh, he's adorable.
And
he'll go right there next to my Mickey Mouse is my boyfriend. You might not know about it.
Mickey Mouse little tiny lunchbox. You can store stuff in it.
Oh, I need that. Oh, that would be fun to make into a little traveling find the words, Nancy. Stitch kit.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna bring my Jasmine bag, my
And I got this for you. Crinkle Crinkle. It's a Mill Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I ordered it at your house, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
it come to get here. Didn't it come from the Ukraine?
It did, but Jenny, it's been here for a hot minute. Because remember, I forgot my stuff. And then yeah. Then I got your DMCs.
Nice.
It actually shows the different colors. You see it? Anyways. And then I have stuff for our giveaway, a Rebel Stitcher whole kit.
Oh, is that the crow one?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, and now I'm done.
All right, I just have a couple.
Well, I'm not done because I have Julie's Christmas present and somebody else's Christmas present in here for you. Yeah.
Julie's and Amy's?
Yeah, and no.
You gave me Amy's. Oh, it's Becky's.
Then Julie's and Becky's.
Okay. Could we open them later? Am I gonna need them? Take them with me to the retreat?
No, I'm just showing you. They're in a sack.
Okay.
They're here.
All right. Perfect. So
I asked you if you wanted to see it, and you said yeah. Did she not, Flosstube World?
You didn't show that. You just showed me there was a bag. You didn't show me what was in them.
Carry on.
So I got my Bestitch Me. I really think, I mean, we talked about this. I really think I need to just cut the cord and ask her to change my floss. So, but this one
is that going to be like the third time you changed that one?
I've not. So no, I started out in 32 count even weave.
Oh.
And then I asked her to put me in 28 count because I wasn't really, I wasn't confident. We'll say it like that. I wasn't confident in the 32 because I had just gone from an Ada stitcher to an even weave. And so she put me in the 28 even weave. It's Lugana. And I love stitching on it. Like I love stitching on it. So I want to switch over. I should just send her an email and ask her about it. She is so responsive. So
what you gonna do? Tell you no? If there's no room? I mean, put you on a waiting list?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that's the worst she can do.
Or maybe I just ask her to send me a piece of 32
or
count.
She can tell you to go pound sand too. But I don't think she will. She can. It's always an option.
That show, This Is Us, Randall and his wife always do worst case scenario.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, there's a show called This Is Us. It's about a family of triplets. Their dad died. Anyways, it's a show. It's kind of like growing up through the years. So his wife and him, one of the triplets, who's not a triplet, he's adopted. But anyways, he watched the show. Most people watched it. His wife and him always do worst case scenario. And they're like, she becomes a drug addict and sleeps in the street. They're like, oh, that's the worst case scenario. We can do this. Anyway, so just in my mind, I'm like, well, that's a good idea. Like, come up with the worst, because it's probably not going to be that bad. Then I ordered my first Lady Dot. I have been hesitant to order Lady Dot, not because I don't think she's brilliant, because every time I see somebody finish something with Lady Dot Creates embellishing, I'm like, I need to do that. But I wasn't sure how to order it. And I don't know why, I just didn't go to her Etsy shop and click on the things and look at it, right? Because in her Etsy shop, when you're looking at a specific color, because you never know if the color is going to match, right? This is why I want to be able to go to a shop and touch things. But I can't, because I live in Sheridan, Wyoming, and we don't have that. We don't have it. So I did realize our Ace Hardware has Mill Hill beads. Of all the things in the world, they have a wall of Mill Hill beads.
I maybe could have got my flamingo.
Yeah,
well,
you could.
Too late now.
Too late now. But so I needed this to finish off my smalls exchange for the retreat next week. And I ordered a while ago. Oh my God, I got my hair cut this week. Just this much too short the first couple days after I get it cut. But she gives you the DMC. So I went here and she told me what DMC number it was. And so I put my little DMC, so you can't see what I'm doing.
No.
I invested in this chart. Now, invest in this chart if you want. I suggest it if you don't have like a Hobby Lobby or Joann's or something near you that has a full collection of DMC. I don't. And like I said, I like to switch things around. But when you open it up, the floss is right here, right? So when she tells you it's color 3609, you can go to and find 3609, and then that's the color that you're going to get. And I mean, it is almost spot on. So the color I thought I was going to like, I was deciding between two. I picked this one, and it looks great. I don't say so myself.
Good
anyway,
job,
the thing of it is just do it. I mean, quit being afraid of doing it. Like, let's just do it. Not a Nike wearer, but sometimes you just got to do it. So I just jumped. I just took a leap of faith. I'm like, if it doesn't work, I guess I'll try cording, because I've got all these other colors I can use. And it worked out perfect. I glued it on. I got my American Patchwork Quilting magazine.
Nice.
I don't know that there's anything in here I would stitch, though. Now that I'm sitting on this side of the wall, I need to make some quilts.
Yeah, that's Christmas.
No, that is winter. There's no red in here. That's why I didn't take the ones with the buttons on it. When you asked me which one I wanted, I just said the one without the buttons. Nancy made two. She kept one, and I kept one, and I took the plain one without buttons. So there's no red on it, so I keep it up for winter. And I could make a heart. There's things I can do. I have not done it. All right, and last haul is I went to Stitch Point. So I went to Greensboro, North Carolina. I watched Dan swim. It was so much fun. I didn't want to go. It's not that I didn't want to see my kid. It's just that
Swimmings are just hot.
They're just hot and they're miserable.
And your child does not swim very long.
No, you were there for like 2.5 hours. You want to know the length of your child's swim, unless they're swimming the mile? A minute. Minute 20. No, not even that. I think Dan was in the water. No, because he swam in one 400, a 200, and then a 100. So he's in and out of the water. Like, you can't even, you barely track him in the pool. He flip turns, he comes back, he flip turns, he goes back, he flip turns, he goes back, and he's done. You're like, oh, we're done. So, but I got lots of stitching done, and lots of people talked to me about my stitching. I thought that was weird. Not weird, but nice. I've never had anyone I'm just stitching, right? And I usually mind my own business. But people, strangers, talk to me. This one lady who sat behind me, she must have been watching for a bit. She said, that is beautiful. Do you sell those? I was like, no. Nope, just a hobby. Just keep my hands busy. But I mean, and then some young kid, I don't know, must have been in his 20s. He's like, oh my gosh, you're an artist. And I was like, oh, not an artist, just a copycat. But anyways, I thought it was really nice. To say that, this lady named Cindy reached out. She goes, I live in Greensboro. I wished we could have connected. I just didn't line up between her work schedule and the swim meet times. It just didn't work out. But she pointed me in all the directions. She's like, hey, do you want to, here's some great places to eat, and here's some things to think about. And she sent us on a nice walking trail that has it's like a beautiful park. It had a beautiful bell. It was amazing. We found an Italian restaurant. We ate at a little, like the diners, dive in and drives type places, like not Olive Garden, not, we ate at fun
Mom and
Greensboro.
Pop.
Yes, they were perfect.
I like those places a lot.
Me too. But so she sent me to a stitch shop, and she did warn me that it's not truly just a cross stitch store. Like she's got everything in it. So this is where I went. It's called Stitch Point. She's got lots of things, lots of yarn, knitting, crochet, cross stitch, needlepoint. So I liked the store. It was fine. I was kind of miffed at the old lady who was helping me because I looked at her needle minders, and I don't know, I was minding my own business, and she looked at me, and she helped another person behind me while I was standing in line. I was like, I was next, but really I was not trying to, I didn't have anywhere to be in a hurry, but I was kind of mad. But I picked up some wavy navy because I felt like I needed it for my quilting ABCs, because I just feel like you use it a lot in there. And
I have a lot of wavy navy. You should have said something about that. That's okay.
Well, there's that.
I mean, I say I have a lot of it.
I picked up some patterns that were on sale. One for you.
Is that Frankenstein on there?
No, it's a pumpkin with a frog.
I see it. Oh, frog. Okay, I thought they were Frankenstein. Those are cute. Thank you, Jenny.
I did this one for me.
That was cute too.
Because who needs? Oh, I figured when we're done stitching we'd switch. And then I needed a rooster.
Oh, cute. La-di-da. You like la-di-da.
I do. And then this one. I don't know why it spoke to me, but it did.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, and in the pattern, you can either sew a button on it, and it tells you where you can get the button, or you can stitch it. So you can stitch the cardinal, or you can sew a button on. Anyways, I thought I'd leave off Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and then I can leave it up in January. So that's what I got. All right. Haul is done. Ooh. All right, what do we got? Oh, our BFF. Did you get a chance to watch Becky?
A little bit of her.
She's got some energy. And she works at the Container Store. She had me cracking up. She gave this dissertation on zippers. I was like, wow. Like I was like, Professor Becky. I was like, all in.
Well, yeah, because you bought like spools on it.
Her mom did. So in Greensboro, where I was,
$8, she said.
Yeah,
$8 for a whole spool. You're kind of silly not to. Yeah, I think if I were to buy even like a green spool, like I didn't make this, but I would have green spool and everything for a while. Like, yeah, we're putting green one in there.
But they didn't bring the zipper heads. They just had the zippers. So you got to put the piece on that closes.
Yes, and that's a little challenging sometimes.
Yeah, so she had to find them. She found them. But she was not. But anyway, she gave us this great tutorial on zippers. So I thought that was awesome. But she is sewing the badger, the unicorn, and the peacock. It's a bow. So she's a crafter. She has like 66 videos, but she only has like 300 subscribers. So go over, give her a look, see if you can give her a little love with a like and a subscribe. Like I said, she's got a great story. She's fun to listen to. And she does more. So if you're just not a cross stitcher, maybe Becky's not for you, but if you're a quilter,
she's a quilter.
She's a beautiful quilter. She's making project bags and they look beautiful. So I just offer, go over and give her a look. I've been watching a ton of whip parades. Like, I don't know, I sit down for Jen Lee has a whip parade that's 3 hours. I'm not quite committed to 3 hours of somebody's whip parade, but she's got a lot of great projects. I remember when we started watching her. So all to say, find your people, don't stitch in isolation, because you can start communication. Nancy and I often think about, do we continue to do Flosstube? Because it does take time and we love the time, but some people are real critics of you, and you're just like, we do it for us. We're doing it because it's our journey. We're doing it because, when you're there are so many polished floss tubers, like they've been stitching for years. They have all the projects. And then you have new floss tubers who are new stitchers, which is what we are. And we're learning. And sometimes it's just nice to be in that little tribe with your friends who are learning. So we do appreciate the time you spend with us. We appreciate you like and subscribe. We appreciate when you comment. We try to answer comments. We don't always get it right. Sometimes life gets in our way. But we do appreciate the time you spend with us. So go over, give Becky a look to see if she's your cup of tea, and like and subscribe. Even if you like and subscribe, you don't always have to watch. Because I have liked and subscribed to Chantilly 141, Chantel, a long time ago. But I've probably only watched a dozen of her videos. But more importantly, last year I watched her project bag video and I loved it. She just reviewed her project bag. She didn't give positive and negative because there's so many amazing bag makers out there. Nancy and I like to make our own because we're cheap. We want to spend our money elsewhere. And so I will buy, if I see a bag.
Help to support you too, though.
Yeah, but we also I love Jess Como Stitches, Dawn Gamma Treasures, love their bags, love them, and love getting them. But I do know how to make them.
I don't stitch that fast. Like I thought when we first started, I thought I was a really fast stitcher. No, I stitch very.
I know, right? You're watching people whip out projects. And I used to think, I'm not kidding you, I used to think I needed a bag for every project.
You don't?
I mean, every project, even when I'm done stitching it, you know what I mean?
Oh.
So if I was stitching, this bag right here is the bag, I've probably used it 5 times. It's one of the first bags I ever made. Probably used it 5 times. But when I made it for a specific project.
Sometimes you have to have those.
Yeah. But then afterwards,
you recycle.
Yeah, you can recycle it. That's what I mean. I didn't think I was recycling bags. This was this was only going to be used for that one project. But then what do you do with it, right? You recycle it. But so I didn't think about that. So when I was cleaning my room out, this is the whole point. When I was cleaning my room out, I have 24. I don't have 24 bags. I have this stack and this stack. Those are my intentional stitches for this year. I have a bag for, I think, 23 of them. There's one that I want to find mushroom fabric for. I'm on the lookout for mushroom fabric for my fall Barbara Anna. So I'm on a hunt. Haven't found it yet, but I'm keep looking. Then I have a stack. You can't see it, but it's right here, down here. I'm not going to move the computer. It's this thick of project bags that I have bought. Nancy's made me. Emma made me. I have made. I don't know. My friend Leslie gave me a bunch of amazing bags. I love using those. They're sitting right down here. So, a lot of times I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna donate that bag to a friend or whatever, but I've got a ton of them. And I have a whole bunch of whips on the back side over here, all bagged up. I have a project bag issue.
I do too.
I don't know if there's a meeting for that.
It's been 3 days since my last purchase of a bag. Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I know. So.
But I can't say that. Actually, I just purchased one this morning.
From who?
The New England Stitcher.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna meet her at the library retreat?
In New England? Yeah. Yep.
She has a sign. Nancy's tricky. She's tricky. Gotta watch Nancy. She'll get you signed up. I got a note in the mail from Colleen, the Rebel Stitcher. And I was like, why is she charging me $175? I did not place an order this week because I've been trying to be really good because we're going on a retreat. We got a retreat next week. We got a retreat in April. And I was like, And we've got a trip planned to meet up with some other stitchers / Flosstubers. We're super excited about that in August. And so I click on it and I don't know. I'm really not technical savvy. I really should not be allowed to be trusted with a credit card. Don't let my husband watch this video. So I click on it and I'm like, why am I paying $175? And then I see sweater weather 24. I was like, oh my God, we got in. So I was super excited, but I didn't know. Like, I was like, suddenly I just had this $175 charge that I had to pay. I was like, I'll pay it, but what did I buy? Super excited. So we're going there in October. Ooh, to say all that, there's a lot of retreats, a lot of get-togethers, but do us a favor. For those of us, we share our journey, we share our life with you. A like and a subscribe goes a long ways. You don't need to say anything, but if you give us a thumbs up and you like us, you subscribe to us, it lets us know that we value what we do. We value your positive critiquements, and we value that's not the right word, positive feedback. And you can give us suggestions and helpful hints. We're happy to have those too, because trust me, it took us a hot minute to figure out how to record side by side, but happy for all of that, and we appreciate that interaction. And if we're coming to your area, we appreciate you reaching out, letting us know so we can say hello to you. All right, we have some shares. What did I do with them?
As you're getting ready, I was going to tell you, because I remember I was watching on Instagram, Teresa, the Garden Goose Stitcher. Did you watch her how-to with her Instagram? If not, you need to go. It is hilarious. Don't be drinking when you watch her, though, because you'll spit it everywhere.
It'll come out your nose.
But not your nose. Just because you'll start laughing.
We were little girls.
I think we talked about this. Move on.
No, I'm gonna say it again, because not everyone was gonna go back 60 videos to figure out which video that you shot tea out your nose when we were little girls. I didn't know. Like, I did know, but I'm the oldest. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am the oldest. I'm teasing. I know I look the oldest. We were sitting around the table, and my mom used to make us what we refer to as milk tea. Like, really, it's like a large glass of milk with a little warmed milk with tea dunked in it and a little sugar. And it's cold in Wyoming, so to warm us up, we got some tea milk. It was milk, but my mother puts a lot of cream and sugar in it and makes it fabulous.
And everything still.
Everything still. And so we got to laughing around the table. I don't even know what we were laughing at. I'm sure it was some buffoonery my brother did. I don't know. So we're all laughing. Nancy shot tea out her nose.
Both nostrils. But hold on.
There were boogers in it.
No, I'm like, no, there's nothing. No, I asked Jenny, I said, I can't drink this. This came out my nose and it probably has boogers in it. Jenny's like, no, there's not. And she probably said it just like that. And I ended up
like, oh my God, and I'll have to, so this is how selfish I was. I was like, oh, I don't want to share my tea. So I didn't want her to stop drinking her tea.
Yep.
She
Thanks,
sister.
sister.
The bottom of the mug and there were boogers in it.
I'll go to therapy later. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, I'm still in therapy.
See, that's the moment, like that kindness. Like sometimes you have to put yourself in timeout, but I'm pretty sure 8-year-old Jenny did not care that her sister had boogers in her tea.
You didn't. Notice I'm not laughing quite as bad as Jenny.
You didn't die.
I didn't. But I got a good immune system out of it, but
oh my gosh. All right. I do not know where the shares are. I had them. I had my bag all packed, and then I had to unpack it to get ready to record at my house and not I put the shares. Oh,
well, don't do share this time. When we record on the backside of this coming home, we can
no, because I have it. It's fine. I have it because I know who I know who won who. I know who won what. All right. So the first one, we asked you to talk about smalls and how you came up with your smalls for a gift exchange, whatever. A retreat, a small exchange, because there's lots of ways to exchange. Like, I'm in 2 exchanges. I try to keep up with them. One is held by Stacie from Thread Thy Needle Stitchery. It's a Facebook group, and we kind of all jump on. And there are some amazing. What I loved about it is that there's like a record of how people finished things and the things they shared when they send you a little freebie gift. It's beautiful. So I love to be in that group because I get to see it all. The other one I'm in is Sandy from Stitching with Sandy. It's a Flosstube. She's been our BFF, and she shares everyone's projects. Like, you don't know who you're going to get, and I don't know this person. This person doesn't get choices. I just am supposed to stitch something with a bunny on it, or something with an egg on it, or something with a flower on it. And excuse me, you share that. So I'm in those two. So it was nice to see how people decided how to stitch smalls. And usually people take a motif. Angie, the tiny house stitcher, she has a great idea. She's stitching a small motif of everything she stitches on in the year 24 on a project, on a piece of linen. It's amazing. I thought it was a good idea. I'm sorry, I've got an itch. So the first person to win the smalls, it's a pattern, is Lynn Ellis, 2448. Oh, well, those are my cute kids when they were, well, they're not cute like that anymore, but can you see it?
Nope. There you go. All
right. So Lynn, if you will send us an email, please email us at down below is bougiestitchers@gmail.com. We'll get in touch with you and we will get your address. Please be 18. If not, have your parents or your guardian email us and I will send it to them and then you can get it. The other one was clubs. We talked about what kind of clubs are involved, who got, is there a club that you're involved with? So there was lots of people who aren't involved in clubs, and that makes sense. I don't have a local needlework store. I can't get someplace quickly to kit up a kit like I did for Annie when I wanted to stitch that love story. So it's nice to have a small stash. My stash is getting a little out of control. But if you are Arlene Curry, you won, or you're going to get shared the club bag.
Further, closer. There you go.
All right, Arlene Curry. We would love for you to reach out below and go ahead and give us your address. We will get that in the mail to you. I will not get it in the mail to you until I get back. So it'll be the end of February because we're going to leave on Sunday. We're going to spend some time with Steve and with Steve's aunt and uncle up in Daytona Beach. And then we're going to go to Orlando, pick up Nancy. Then we're going to go to Clearwater. This is on this. So Nancy's going to get to touch the Atlantic Ocean. And then she's going to go get to touch the Pacific Ocean. No, the Gulf. Sorry. It's all the same ocean. But she's going to be in the Gulf side and the Atlantic side. So, oh, do you have any quilts? You working on any quilts there, Nancy?
I've got a lot of quilting done. I got a baby quilt done. I got all my challenges done. I don't have any of them with me, but they're not down here.
You have all 6 of your challenges done?
Yeah, hold on just a second. Well, yes and no. I'll be right back.
Well, while she's gone getting her stuff, here's my quilt that I was going to share. My friend Marilyn, her sister made this cross-stitched all of these hearts on this quilt. Beautiful job. Marilyn was really worried about, I don't know what she was worried about, to be honest with you. But I said, you know what, if you'd like, I can sandwich this blanket with the backing and a batting, which I did. So this is what I've been working on. So I put a thin batting in between and then a backing. So that's called the sandwich for those of you that aren't quilters. And then I sewed buttons. I went into my button and I used antique buttons. And I put a button in the middle of each of these squares to kind of keep it together. It's not a quilt that's going to be used on a bed. She's going to throw it on the back of a bench. But her sister stitched it and she doesn't cross stitch anymore. So I said, you know what? I will. So we've kind of made it a piece of history for Marilyn to have. And so I will get it trimmed up and put a binding on it, wash it one more time, and then get it to her. So that's the only quilt I've been working on.
Oh, so I got a baby quilt done, totally done. Gave it to the baby. That was challenge number 1. This is number 6. So I made all of these blocks.
And those blocks are for what?
They're called Duckworth blocks. And every one has 10 blocks in them.
10 what?
But these are all from scraps.
Every clip has 10 blocks? Is that what
Yep.
you just said? Okay. And what are you going to do with it?
Make a card quilt for Kenna.
Didn't you just make your daughter a huge quilt?
For a bed. But a car quilt can be whatever it wants to be, right?
Nancy's idea of a car quilt is a quilt that she just doesn't really care about. She just wanted to use up some scraps, and then she wants you to put it in your car in case you should ever be in an accident. You can pull your quilt out.
Yeah.
It's like your car blankie.
It's like an emergency car quilt. And in Wyoming, I have used mine.
If you have teenagers, do not put a car quilt in their car.
No. You want to know what? Kenna had a car quilt. In her teenage years, she just happened to lose her car quilt.
Your kid has ADHD. She's probably lost a lot and doesn't know. I only know because I have one myself.
Yeah.
I have my kids are polar opposites. I have Mr. Straight Narrow, get everything done. I have Straight and Narrow. I think I remember. I think I might do something. I think
Oh, squirrel.
Hyper focused. Oh my gosh, no, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. I mean, those two wore me out because I got this one who's over here and then I've got this one who's so worried about not getting an A. I was really proud of him though. Mr. Straight A student never had anything but an A, has a B in one of his classes at the academy.
What?
Yeah, and he's okay with it.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he is. I was like, really? Okay. I looked at Steve. I was like, wow. All right. So our wheel, do you have a joke or do you want to do the wheel?
Oh, I don't have a joke. Let's go with the wheel.
Dad, you got a lot of compliments on your last joke.
It was a good joke.
It was a good joke. It took me a minute to get it, but it was a good joke. All right. What inspires you?
Oh, I'm coming up with a joke.
I think when I get inspired to stitch something, and I'll just talk about stitching specifically, is when I see it finished. Not like finished like I'm done stitching it and I've FFO'd it. Like I see where I can put it, who I can give it to. It means something. Annie's got one of her patterns coming out. I think it's stitched in dogwoods, but dogwoods and cherry blossoms are similar. You know, I don't think you could differentiate too hard between the two of them in a cross stitch pattern, but it's a dogwood tree and it's a psalm and it means a lot. The psalm means a lot. And I have two friends right now who are fighting breast cancer and I want to stitch it twice and I want to send it to them. And so in my mind, that's a finish that I see. And so I'm like, oh, I got to do it. I'm going to start crying and I'm an ugly crier. I'm Irish. I spend more time being blotchy. And my nose will run a lot. But so I see it finished. Like the quilting bee. I know where I want to hang it. I see the frame.
You guys notice Jenny has to wrap that around?
Huh?
Are you not starting to cry?
No, I'm trying to get myself back together.
Yeah, it's because she's starting to cry.
Shut up. Shut up, sister. My nose will be running. It'll be a sad thing. So, anyways, when I see a pattern, and I know what I want to do with it, that's when I get excited about stitching it. That's what inspires me to pick up a pattern, to change the colors maybe a little bit, to do what I'm going to do with it. Did I give you enough time to think about it there, sis?
I don't have a joke.
You have a joke?
I said don't have a joke. Yeah, no, I don't have a joke. That's a hard one for me. Not much. It's not that it doesn't inspire me. Like, that's a hard one.
Well, what makes you think? Well, Nancy has, I want to do all the things.
Yeah, I want to do it all.
So, but to say that, market releases are coming out. And there's a couple that I think really are like speak your language. I say that I've already got an order in with the shop and it's $70 worth.
I can only tell you that there's only like really two that I really want right now. One of them's by Rebel Stitcher and one of them is by nope, there's three. See, that's what happened. Like, oh no, there's three out there. But I don't need them.
Is one of them the Tiny Town?
Yes. But I don't need them, Jenny. I really don't. I have a whole stack of file. patterns that I have to put away.
I have 4 binders of patterns. 4. Plus, I intentionally were working on these 24 this year. So these patterns that I want and desire, I don't even need in my life because I'm not even going to work on stitching them until at least 25.
And then I don't know about you, but like you get all these new patterns and they're beautiful. You know, you want them.
I have to
and then
start
you
them.
The other ones that because you have so many that.
But your taste changed too, like the things you stitched on. Like when I first started cross stitching,
not much.
Well, mine have, because I've never stitched a sampler and I've got all types of little samplers going and I've never stitched, I don't know, like, or because of Flosstube, I find a designer I've never been introduced to.
So I'm definitely don't get me wrong with people out there. I'm only out to do this to support you. I'm such a slow stitcher that I don't really, I would say what makes me happy in the moment, but that's not really inspiration.
I think that is.
But not really.
Yes, it made you happy, so you got it.
Heck, if it makes me happy, I'm gonna do it. Let's be honest.
There you go.
But that's not really inspiration. That's just impulse.
Well, sometimes though, when we get a project, you just grab a project because we all say, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and you're like, "Oh, I'll do it," and then you find out you really don't want to do it.
Oh yeah, and our brother has had. It's been 5 years at least since I've had this Crown Royal in my house. I don't want to do that, and I have to do that. Is that inspiration? Because I wrote it down and said I was going to get it done.
Oh, you wrote down on your challenges?
I actually wrote it down and said I was going to touch it, which is a true statement. So that's what I can say I'm doing my challenges.
Touch it. Very nice. All right. Well, I don't think this was going to be a long one, but it seems like we've been recording for a while and chatting, but we've had a couple breaks in there. But we are not going to do any shares this week because we're going to go to Beach Please. And I think we're going to record in Florida and then I'll post it when we get back here. So that'll be, we won't have all the stuff with us. So hopefully the next time we record, it'll probably just be the retreat synopsis and
recap.
Thank you. Not synopsis. Same thing, whatever. All right. So with that, be kind. Don't let somebody drink boogery tea.
Don't straighten somebody's crown.
Straighten a crown. That's important. And enjoy the stitch. Like just get out there and stitch what makes you happy. Learn something new. You're not going to be good at it the first time. We did not learn to spell in kindergarten and never have to take another spelling test, right?
I'm still learning how to spell.
Yes, she is. But me too. But now we have phones. Phones make it so much easier.
No, because phones sometimes put the wrong word in there and you're like, oh, that's right. And you click that.
I'm not going to lie. I was an executive officer for a general officer and she asked me to put a specific word in and hit send. And so I went and I thought I had the right word. I did not. I don't know what I was supposed to put, but I didn't.
They can be your best friend and your worst enemy.
They can. Same meaning, different thought. But anyways, there's ways of getting around that, but we just offer that. So with that being said, we're going to sign off. We will probably be on Instagram. So if you haven't found us on YouTube, find us on Instagram, send us an email, find us on Facebook. We'll both have accounts there and we would love to connect with you. So until next time, happy stitching and we'll see you soon.
Record to the crowd.
Hi, Flosstube.
I have to push OK. Hello, Flosstube.
You don't have to push.
Guess who's not beside me? I think Jenny has something against me.
Okay, well, as you must know, I'm Jenny.
I'm Nancy.
And together,
Jenny, you have to point.
No, you're this way for me.
No, you're not, because we're pointing like over here.
No,
you point over here.
Okay, now we just sound ridiculous. Should we start over?
Yes.
All right, let me stop the recording. I might put this on as a blooper.
Nice. All right, until next time.
Until next time, happy stitching.